Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special episode for you, and it's 26 rules for turning 26. A couple of years ago, I ended up spending a bunch of time with Ashton Kutcher. Turns out, super philosophical guy, reads a lot of books as well, and so we had a lot in common. We ended up starting this huge email thread. He sent me this list, 42 learnings for turning 42. And I really liked his philosophy. I was just about to turn 26, so I ended up writing this document called 26 rules for turning 26. And so I'm gonna share these rules with you. Interestingly enough, I can't believe this. I turned 28 in like a week and a half. So I need to write 28 rules for turning 28. I can't believe I'm turning 28, but I'm gonna bring back 26 rules for turning 26 and we're gonna go through them together. And with that, let's get started. Rule number 1, your success in life can be measured by the number of conversations you finish with I love you. You know, a long time ago I read this quote, your success in life can be measured by the number of difficult conversations you have in your life. And I think that for the most part that's really true, but even more than that, it's how much love you give in your life. Number 2, use the airport system like the subway system. When I was younger, I would optimize credit card points so I could fly around the world really easily, but now I basically book all my flights day of. It turns out to be not that much more expensive, and I never buy a return flight. And that way, you know, just this week, I ended up going from Miami to Vancouver to meet with the founder of Lululemon, and then I ended up going to Passover dinner in New York. I ended up going to San Francisco to visit my parents, and then to a friend's birthday party in New York, and then came back to Miami. If I booked all my flights ahead of time, that would never happen. So use the airport system like the subway system. Number 3, if in a short period of time you can significantly improve someone else's life, do it. This typically happens in the way of introducing people to new pieces of information, holding them accountable to something, or teaching them how to do something. So for example, I was in the kitchen with Nico earlier. Nico is visiting from Spain. I realized that he didn't yet have a B1, B2 visa, which will make his life a lot easier. So I sat with him and in 30 seconds showed him how to apply for one. It took me weeks and months of work in the past to figure out how to apply for a B1, B2 visa. It's just a very complicated process. But once I knew how to do it, it was very, very easy for me. Giving help to other people is basically a form of giving love. So when you can, do it. Number 4, eat 1.3 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Typically, the literature indicates that you should eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But when I did rigorous testing on myself, I found that 1.3 grams of protein facilitates the most building of muscle and losing of fat. For the rest of the Speechify leadership team, I had them all do the same thing, and turns out that 1.3 works really well for them as well. Different bodies are different, but it's the rule that worked well for me. Number 5, friends don't need to be made in person, and borders don't matter. It's way easier than you think to get people to move. And for the right people, fighting for immigration is totally worth it. Number 6, your supply of love is like a jug, and as you pour out of it, the jug gets bigger. It's also like fire. As you light one candle, you're not extinguishing the original flame, you're just creating more fire. Love is amazing because it's one of the only things in life that breaks the laws of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, matter cannot be created or destroyed, but love can, and that makes it magic. 7, if something is cool, but it takes 2 hours to drive there, always take the drive. 8, if choosing between 8 hours of sleep and a workout and 6 hours of sleep and no workout, always take the workout. 9, your entire life can be changed in 30 days. Look for the invitations to do something crazy and always say yes. 10, go hard. If something seems difficult or impossible, choose to do it. Even when the effort put in seems to be something that would surpass the value of the final reward. The more frequently you go hard, the easier it is to do it next time. And then the less thinking and energy it requires to just go. You build the ability to do it. Building yourself up through these challenges is the biggest reward. 11, pick good-hearted friends above all. 12, you earn the right to do whatever you want in life by creating value and contributing to the world. If you do that at scale, you'll make a ton of money. 13, get to the point where money does not govern your decision making as soon as possible. If you buy an item of clothing and you wear it every day for the next week, go back to the store immediately and buy 3 more. If they stop production, you're gonna have more under your bed. 15, find an excuse to spend 1 hour outside every single day. Long runs and phone calls while walking are great ways of doing this. 16, seek people who are younger than you and hungry to learn, and go out of your way to coach them and help them find their potential. 17, practice mudita, in Tibetan, the feeling of joy you get from the well-being of others. 18, if you and someone else say something positive about someone who is not there, pull out your phone and text them the positive thing about them on the spot. 19, the number 1 hack for self-improvement is to live with people who are more motivated to self-improve in the way that you want than even you are yourself. 20, if you find a product you love, ask yourself, how was this made? Who made it? Most likely, you're gonna love the person who made it. Then find that person and seek to be their friend. You're likely to really love them too. 21, within any human ran system, there's always a way of circumnavigating an obstacle by finding the person at the top of the governance structure and getting them to give you a special exception. Number 22, people you admire are likely to become your friend long-term if you offer to hit a gym session together as opposed to just asking for a selfie. Selfies are worthless, friendships are priceless. Number 23, your imagination will rarely succeed in coming up with a life as wonderful as the lives lived by some very real, very lucky people. Find the people you want your life to look like and do everything that you can to level up your life to their place. Number 24, if meditation is hard with you, instead go on a long run of 3 to 7 miles. Spend the entire time visualizing the person that you want to be and the life that you want to live. Number 25, if you're ever walking alone or have trouble falling asleep at night, make it a habit to talk to the universe or God. Make it a habit in these conversations to always list the things and people you're grateful for. If you do this right, you'll find that you won't even have the time to ask for things because you won't be able to stop naming people that you're grateful for. This exercise is a magic ritual for happiness. And number 26, above all, be the person that you needed most when you were growing up. And also, call your mom. Thanks for listening to my 26 rules for turning 26. Hopefully soon I'll give you 28 rules for turning 28. If you like this, share the video with a friend, leave a comment on what your rules are. Download the Speechify iPhone app below, Android app, and Chrome extension. Happy listening. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel. They're pretty good too.